Hello, greetings. I'm doing a reading here for a viewer who was asking for a general, love fortune reading for the next 6 months to a year. And so, I already did the reading and flipped the cards over. So now I'm just going to go back over them here and explain what they all mean. So our first, oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. So our first card here is the Knight of Coins, and the Knight of Coins in this case represents a man in your life that is stable, somebody who's dependable, somebody who maybe is helpful in some way. If this man, if you can't think of a man in your life right now that is like this, then it very well could be somebody in the future. But this is what he represents. He just represents some man in your life, either now or in the future. So we'll move on to our second card here, which is the Three of Cups. So okay, what this card is saying is that there's going to be some event, some type of a celebration, some type of a social gathering, maybe a party, something like that in the future, where you may have an opportunity, or you will have an opportunity to meet somebody that will be interested in you, or that you'll have a relationship with. So there's going to be some. So watch for events. Maybe make sure you don't. If you have opportunity to go to some, if you belong to some kind of club or organization and they're having some type of convention or something like that, perhaps make sure you go, something like that, I would say. Our third card here is the there's a glare on it, but it's the Ten of Wands. So normally the Ten of Wands is overburden, and for this deck, and I always read overburdened, for relationship readings to mean like a lot of mental baggage or excess baggage. You've had, you're taking a lot with you when you go from one relationship to the next relationship, and the more relationships you've had, in your life, the more of this kind of emotional baggage there seems to be attached to you. So what I see in this card here, which is the Ten of Wands, is a phoenix rising out of the ashes. I see it, as you have to rise out of the ashes of these failed relationships. You have to free yourself from that emotional baggage. Our next card, which also has a big ugly glare on it, is the King of Cups. The King of Cups here represents, more than likely, this is somebody that's not in your life right now. This is somebody that's a man that's going to be coming into your life, unless it's a father figure. But let's for this particular reading, I'm going to say that this card represents a man who is going to return your love to you, and let's just say that for this sake, it's probably somebody that's going to be coming into your life is going to be this card here, this the King of Cups. So anyway, next card, another face card. This is the Queen of Coins. I believe she represents you. This is a woman that's self-sufficient, or she doesn't really need a man to support her. She's able to handle the coin there represents her property, her money, her earnings, and the thing there, the cornucopia, that represents her children, her reproductivity, her fruitfulness, her things like that. So she's able to live in this world and support herself, and I believe that is you. And then our last card here on the sixth card is the it's got a glare on it too. It's the King of Wands. So the King of Wands, unless this is also a guy. This is a guy that's probably coming into your life as well in the future. He, though, is going to be a little more flighty, a little less able to commit. He may not be interested in a serious relationship. He may only be interested in something casual. He may not be around when you really need him, and he may not be a marrying type of guy, or he may already be married. That's just something I just occurred to me. But this will be another guy in your life you know, in the coming future, that you're going to have an opportunity to get to know better or have a relationship of some kind with. So our first card in the second row underneath the Knight of Coins is going to be the Hermit. I would definitely say that this, you know, is probably your ex, the person that you mentioned in your in your letter. This is the isolation. You know, this is your separation from the Knight of Coins. This is also the wisdom that you've learned or you've acquired because of your relationship with him. So, you know, this is the wisdom. These are the things from this relation, from that relationship that you know you learned from, right? The wisdom that you've obtained from it. So then we'll move on here to our next card, which is another face card. This is the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups, you know, is another, could be another love interest. This is definitely, you know, somebody who has love to give. They're free with their love. It could be a person tied to this get together, this social event that the Three of Cups is representing. This guy could also be where you meet him, but I would say that this guy is going to be a little hard to get to commit also. So just be aware of that. Then we are coming here to the card underneath the Phoenix or the Ten of Wands. We got the Fool. So, you know, it's saying that here with the Fool, you know, you're going to have to enter into this relationship very like fresh, right? A fresh start. You know, oblivious to the past. You know, do not take with you again the baggage of the past. Make sure that if you start this relationship, you give it a fresh start, and you know, free yourself from the emotional, damage or the get out of the ashes of the past, and enter into this with like the innocence of a child, perhaps is the way to put that. So underneath the whale here, the King of Cups, we have the Lady of Swords, the Page of Swords. So these two cards, I say, represent a message from this person, or there's a message about this person that we're going to get here from this page. And so the next card is the Ace of Swords. So what it's saying is that this person, the person that is represented by the King of Vessels, you're going to have an a mental kind of relationship with. You know what I mean? There's going to be a common interest, or you're going to, you know, admire him for his intelligence or his ideas or something along those mentally stimulating kind of relationship. And then we just have down here another page, the Page of Wands, and so it's just that's pretty much saying that it's the end of the message. So underneath the Queen here, the Queen of Coins, we've got the Four of Swords. Okay, the Four of Swords. What this is saying is that you need to make sure that you take care of yourself first. In all these relationships, make sure that you know you you recharge your batteries, you take it slow, you don't proceed too quickly, and you know you make sure you have a lot of space and nobody comes like intrudes on you. You know what I mean? You know, this could also kind of mean that you're scared, I suppose, that you're not really ready yet. You're still kind of being like the hermit here, you know, kind of alone in an isolation and meditation. But, you know, because you're this queen, I guess that makes perfect sense, right? You're the queen that can take care of herself. So you don't really have much, you know, need or interest maybe, or you know, you're kind of like meditating and thinking on it. But, you know, this is the time to act. I think, you know, in this coming year, I think it's showing you that you're going to have some opportunities. So, you know, you may as well act on them. And then, okay, we have another, so underneath this king, we have another message about him, or, you know, some type of a message from this page, the Page of Coins. Message for this guy here is that, okay, this is the Five of Swords. There's going to be some extra work that needs to be done, that this relationship may be not complete or it damaged in some way. You know, there's going to be a lot of maintenance, high maintenance relationship. This one is going to be a high maintenance relationship. And then we have another face card here. We've got the Knight of Wands. Perhaps the King of Wands, he's kind of not emotionally, he's kind of emotionally immature. He's not really, you know, he's supposed to be the king, but he really acts more like the knight. You know what I mean? You know, he's not, you know, he's still a little too immature. He's still like emotionally, mentally immature, or he's, you know, mentally, he's like damaged in some way. So this guy looks like you may be really attracted to him. He may be really romantic and everything, but he looks like he, you know, in the end, he's going to be a lot of work, and you know, he may not really be there when you need him. This guy looks like, you know, there's potential for a good relationship. It's going to be mentally stimulating is what this relationship's going to be like. Okay, so we're adding a third layer of cards here to the top to see if we can get a little more clarity as to where we're going with these relationships. So above the Knight of Coins, excuse me, we have the Three of Wands. I think what this is saying, you know, because of the nature of the Knight of Coins as being kind of slow, you know, slow to move, but very kind of loyal and dedicated, I would say that this card means that this relationship is going to move along at a rather slow pace. You know, it's not in any hurry to work itself out. It's kind of a, you know, it's kind of like a replenishing or a kind of a waiting. It's a waiting game, I guess, for this relationship. And, you know, as I said, though, I think this is of the party here, the Three of Cups. We've got the Ten of Swords. So I think maybe earlier I said that I thought this you know, might be a diversion kind of relationship, something that you know, isn't going to be really all that productive. You know, I think that's just kind of like reinforcing that you know, it might be a fun diversion, but this relationship that you're going to have is going to be a fun diversion, but it's not really going to go anywhere. And so now underneath the, above the Ten of Wands, we've got the Devil. So again, these three cards here, the Ten of Wands, the Devil, and the Fool, are all kind of telling us, I think, the same thing, that you know, this is your past. Don't let your past influence your future relationships. You know, hold, you know, rise out from the ashes of the past, and, you know, start new. Have a fresh outlook on life. And so then above the King of Cups, the King of Vessels, we've got the King of Coins. So this column here, this whole row here, above the you know, related to the King of Vessels, it looks very fruitful. This looks like a very prosperous relationship for you, a very, you know, beneficial relationship. You have something in common. You know, you're mentally stimulated. You know, he returns the love, and he's also a good provider. So above the Queen of Cups, we have the Five of Cups. There's a glare on it. There we go. The Five of Cups. Tear down pyramids, wipe out. I think it's saying to be optimistic, you know, to you know, when something does go wrong, don't be discouraged by it. You know, keep positive. And now above the King of Staffs or King of Wands, we've got the Ace of Coins. No, let me do it one more time. So our final card here is the Ace of Coins, or Ace of Pentacles. It's above the King of Wands, and I believe what it's saying is that, you know, for this relationship, which might not be as fulfilling for you, there is still, you know, there's still something like prosperous. There's going to be prosperity. It's still, you know, the possible from it. You know, I see this as more like a partnership of some kind, where you're both working toward the same goal, something like that. So anyway, that I wanted to add that last layer, so I hope that helps give you some definition. And thank you for watching.